5. Again, watch your sign. We have 2 minus 5 is negative 3. And again, the x just stays x. And then last, we have our negative 1 and 7. Negative 1 plus 7 is 6. Okay? So this is our final answer. So that's a review of 9th grade algebra for adding like terms. Now we're going to go on to multiplying. All right? How do we multiply monomials? So let's look back actually really fast. What is an exponent? Because these have exponents. The number of times a number or variable multiplies itself. So 3 squared meant 3 times 3. So in this case, number 3, we're going to do this super basic to start. What does x to the third really mean? It just means x times itself 3 times, right? What does x to the fifth mean? X times itself 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many x's do we actually have in this problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. X to the eighth. So x to the third times x to the eighth is, I said the wrong answer. X to the third times x to the fifth is x to the eighth. So take a magical guess. What do you think the rule is? 3 and 5 is 8. The rule is you add exponents, all right? You add your exponents. I don't know if you can even see that. Well, I'm going to write it on the next page. So the rule is adding exponents, okay? Sorry, you can't. That did not come out great. All right. Let's look at one that's a little more interesting, okay? All right. How do you multiply monomials? All right. So now we have some coefficients in there. So we don't want to write out x to the 8th 8 times, x to the 9th 9 times. That's super annoying and just way too much work. So what did we do in that last one? We had 3 and 5, and we got 8. So in this one, we have 8 x's, 9 x's. How many x's total? 8 plus 9 is 17. Now, what do you think we're going to do with the 5 and the 2, though? What's happening to these monomials? What are we doing to them? We are multiplying them. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay? So what do we do to the coefficients? We just multiply them. Okay? So here's the rule. I'm going to write it on the side since I have that big box there. When multiplying monomials, multiply the coefficients, the numbers in front, and add the exponents. All right. If you're not comfortable with the word coefficient, you should write the number in front of x, or the number in front of the variable. Put this in terms of what you will remember. Okay. I also recommend, if you have a highlighter, put a box around this with the word rule, so that when you look back in your notes, that's right available for you. Okay? That's really important. Again, if you're not done writing, pause it. I'm moving on. All right, let's do some problems. Number 5, 10x to the 6th times 5x to the 3rd. Pause the video and do these 4 problems on your own. See if you can do them. Okay? So we're going to follow our rule. We multiply our coefficients. 10 times 5 is 50. X. 6 and 3, we add our exponents. 9. Done. Number 6. This time, when parentheses is touching, it means times. Parentheses touching means multiplication. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. X. We add our exponents. 5 and, wait, but what do we put there? Remember, I have an x, I have one x. I'm going to put a little 1. It's invisible. 5 and 1 is 6. Uh-oh. My light went off. Oh, there we go. My light sometimes goes off. Sorry. Number 7. This is very, very basic, but a lot of students get this wrong. X times x. It has no coefficients, so it's just going to be an x. But what's the exponent? Just like here there's a 1, there's invisible 1s here. 1 plus 1 gives you 2. X times x is x squared. X times x is x squared. Repeat. X times x is x squared. That's so, so, so important. All right, the last one, a little bit more challenging. Again, we're multiplying. When parentheses touch, it's multiplication. The coefficients, 5 and negative 2, we are multiplying. We are multiplying monomials. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. X, we have 2 and a nothing. Remember, a nothing's a 1. 2 and 1 is 3. Y, 5 and 4 is 9. Okay? All right. Moving on. Let's get a little more interesting now. Number 9, 3x to the 5th squared. Now we have a double exponent here. A double exponent. A lot of students will tell me that's 3x to the 7th. It's not. Because what does an exponent mean? An exponent means the base times itself, right? So the base in this case, because of those parentheses, is the whole thing on the inside, 3x to the 5th. 3x to the 5th is your base. So you have 3x to the 5th times 3x to the 5th. So we write the base twice because there's a 2. Now multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. X to the 5th times x